Hello everyone, welcome back to Unikaksha's YouTube channel. This is Ashwini from Unikaksha. Friends, today I am going to discuss with you about the STLC fundamentals. So, software testing is considered as a very much important and prominent area nowadays. It is working parallelly with the software development. So today I'm going to discuss with you about the software testing, its introduction, then why testing is so much important. Then we will learn about the STLC fundamentals and the phases required to complete the software testing. Followed by that, I will explain you about why STLC is important. So let's get started. So let's have a look on the agenda for today's video. I'm going to discuss with you about the introduction of software testing. We will learn about what exactly is a software testing and then the need of software testing. Followed by that, we will understand why testing is so much important nowadays and what are the benefits it provides to the developers or to the company. Then after, I am going to discuss with you about the STLC and the fundamental phases of STLC. Followed by this, I will explain you about why STLC is so important. So let's move on and understand the introductory parts related to software testing. So let's first understand what exactly is a software testing. So software testing is not a single task, but it is the phase or it is a group of phases or process which is used to find out the software errors and verify that whether that particular software or system is ready to use or not. So the software testing provides lots of benefits to the user, such as development costs. Then it is going to find out the bugs. If the bugs find out at the earlier stage, then easily it will save your money and time to fix that particular error or bug, and automatically it improves the overall performance as well. The main goal of software testing is to find out the errors, gaps, or missing requirements uh, in the software development, and it is going to ensure that your developed software is meeting the actual requirements. So this is all about the software testing fundamentals. Now, this software testing, as I told you, is considered as a very significant and important part of the software development. And software testing is involved in every phase of software development life cycle, because it is always better to find out the errors at earlier stage, as you can fix them easily. Why testing is so much important? So if you are developing a software and if at every phase after completion of every module, if you are trying to test that particular module, then easily you can find out whether the software is meeting the actual requirement of clients or not. And if any error occurs or if any bug occurs there, then easily you can fix that bug at the earlier stage. So as the software process goes on, then after the completion of the software development, if you are trying to find out the errors and if you are trying to fix the errors, then it is some kind of difficulty, or it causes some kind of difficulties to find it out and fix it. So nowadays software testing is going parallelly with the software development. So these are the facilities, or these are the advantages of your software testing, and we can understand easily from this that how the software testing is very much important for any kind of software. So it is going to give you lots of facilities or advantages, such as it helps in saving money. So as I told you, it is if the error finds out at the earlier stage of project development, then it is really saving your money as well as time to fix that particular bug or error. It is going to assure about the quality of the product, because every module is tested after it has been developed. So it is going to ensure you about the quality of that particular product. Quality check is very much important. It allows you, or it provides you, to develop a secured product and to deliver a secured product. So whenever you are going to test the software, then if there are any kind of issues related to security, then they can be solved in the software testing phases. Ultimately, if you are delivering a quality of the product, then it converts into the satisfaction of customer, which is most important thing for any business, any organization. The next thing is it enhances the development process. Whenever you are using the software testing along with your software development, then it is really easy to add or remove any kind of features from the development phases. And it is always determining the performance and working for increasing the performance of any kind of software. So that these are the reasons why testing is so much important. Now let's move to the STLC fundamentals. STLC is considered as a sequence of activities, or it is nothing but a process which is used to conduct while the testing process. And this particular STLC or these activities are conducted just to ensure whether the software quality is achieving the goal or not. That is, whether your actual requirements of that product and the facilities you are providing are same or not. The next is it is going to provide all kind of verification as well as validation activities. This is STLC fundamental. STLC stands for software testing life cycle. So these are the phases which we are using or which we have to follow when you are going to perform software testing. So the phases of software testing includes requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, test environment setup, test execution, and test closure. So the first, that is requirement analysis. Here it is going to gather the information about the complete software, that is all the requirements of that software, need of that software, why that particular software has been developed, and who are the stakeholders of that particular software. Because it is very much important to understand that for whom you are going to develop a software and whether it is meeting the requirements of that particular client or not. So requirement analysis is considered as a first phase for software testing. Then after, the second phase is test planning. So in the first phase, that is requirement analysis, quality assurance team understands the requirements, like what is to be tested. If anything is missing or not understandable, then the team meets with the stakeholders to understand what are their requirements. So this is again most important feature, as I already told. The second step, that is test planning. Once you have gathered the all requirement related information, then the second step is started, which is considered as a test planning. Test planning is considered as a most efficient phase of the software testing life cycle. It is because the in this particular phase, the manager of testing team is going to calculate the estimated efforts and cost for the testing work, and it is that person or the team is going to um, plan about the overall testing, test cases, what exactly will be the procedure for performing the test cases, how many test cases has to be performed there, because it is not a single task, it is the entire process which has to be completed during the each and every software development. Then next is test case development. Now here in this particular phase, it gets started once the test planning phase has been completed. Then here the testing team notes down the detailed test cases, because now the actual implementation of your test cases has been started. So the testing team will prepare the required test data for the testing, because you have to ultimately find out that is on which test data you are going to work and write the test cases. So when the test cases are prepared, then they are reviewed by the quality assurance team. So as I told you, number of teams are involved here for performing the software testing uh, completely on a particular project or particular software. Now the next thing is, and which is considered as very much important thing, that is nothing but the test environment setup. So test environment setup is basically the test environment which is decided first, and it is going to decide about the conditions on which the software has to be tested. That is, it has to be decided here, that is, you know what will be the different cases, or what will be the different conditions on which your software you have to test. Like for example, security is the major thing. That is, you have to check whether your software is secured or not. If you are creating or developing a bank application, then you have to test that whether your bank application is 100% secured or not. This particular activity, that is environment setup, is considered as an independent activity, and it can be started along with your test case development itself. So here the testing team is not involved. Either the developer or the customer creates the testing environment. That is, the conditions has to be defined by the customer or the developer team. Now, the next thing is considered as a test execution. So here, after the test case development, after the test case environment setup, now the test execution step gets started. In this particular phase, the testing team start executing the test cases based on the prepared test cases and the conditions in the earlier steps. Now, finally, is the test closure. Here, in this phase, it is considered as the last phase of STLC, in which the testing process is completely analyzed. So these are the steps which are involved for the STLC, that is software testing life cycle. Now let's first understand why testing is important. So already I told you about what exactly is software testing, why it is included, then what are the features of software testing, that is, what are the phases of software testing life cycle. So now let's understand why this STLC is more important, or why it can be used with every software development. So whenever you are using STLC, then the test process becomes more sophisticated, consistent, and effective. Why? Because whenever you know that what are the steps for completing a particular task, and if you are going according to that, then it will definitely ensure you a quality of a product. And here also, we are going to follow lots of phases, lots of steps to achieve the goal. The software testing is very easy to understand and implement. If most of the times what happens when we are going to develop a software, then the actual requirements can be enhanced during the development phases, or the stages may be increased during the development phases. Similar way, in testing also, runtime some bugs occurs and you have to fix that bugs, which is not involved in the planning at all. So if such cases occurs, then also it is really easy to understand and implement these kind of things. If you are thinking about the software testing, then the time constraints are strongly coupled with the complete procedure. So here you must have to follow the time along with the test cases. If you are going to consider the any software development, the ultimate goal is to satisfy the clients. Now it can be achieved by performing STLC on that particular software. So ultimately it is going to test for the quality of product. It is going to test whether you are achieving the the requirements or not, whether it is going to satisfy the customer or not, and whether it is secured or not. So all these things you are going to consider. So that is what required, and that is what considered as a most important factor of software testing. And that's why software testing is considered as a very much important and significant part of any development process. So all this was about the software testing life cycle fundamentals, or STLC. Software testing plays very much important role in the software development, and that's why I thought I should give you a rough idea and introductory part related to STLC. So for such kind of more videos, stay tuned with us at Unikaksha. Till then, thank you so much.